Hi, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Inspired Messages. This is Astrologer Sue here, and as usual, there's a lot going on in the world if you're looking, and a lot going on in the heavens. And I hope everybody's enjoying spring bank holiday. We've got 3 bank holidays in May, haven't we? So enjoy that, relax with your family and your friends, and yeah, have a lovely time, really. So I like May probably because it's my birthday month. It's my favourite month of the year. I think because the winter's definitely kind of behind us, and we've got all the summer in front of us. But yeah, probably that, and the fact that it's my birthday and it's halfway through the month. So by the end of this month, we'll be into June, and it is starting to get warmer, and that's always good for the soul. And the 1st of May is a popular day to celebrate May Day, and actually Beltane as well. So, 1st of May is when we celebrate it, but actually the astrological point is reached this coming Friday on the 5th. But I mean, all of May and today and tomorrow and the holiday, it's a time to celebrate spring and the green shoots appearing. And it is midway between the spring equinox and summer solstice. And the energy of the sun is building, and you can tell that because the plants are flourishing. We've got daisies, we've got bluebells. Our garden's full of bluebells, which I love, and the tulips and the daffodils, and all the spring flowers, along with clover and ground ivy and comfrey, and the herbs. My herbs are really coming on as well, outside my back door. So, it's always a delight, isn't it, to experience all of that, because it makes us feel alive and happy, and that's so important. So, jumping to the 5th of May, we've got the next full moon, which is a lunar eclipse on Friday. And I'm sure many of you know that it is in the sign of Scorpio. And Scorpio, is always likely to be intense. So it might reveal long held secrets and skeletons in the cupboard that some people would rather stay hidden. Scorpio can be difficult, but it can also be very tenacious, and it's determined to get the job done. So we need to look at it in a positive way as well. It can be toxic. It can be about trust. In the astrology chart, it's about a death and the taxes and other people's money and financial things, and change. Massive change is to do with Scorpio as well. And full moons, as we know, are known to bring chaos and a high energy. The police and the hospitals always report more problems at a full moon. Although, it's not the kind of everyday person that gets drawn into that. It's more the police and the hospitals that get drawn into that. So it is an eclipse, and eclipses last 6 months or more. And this eclipse is so powerful, and it does indicate the ending of a cycle for all of us, for everybody. The moon actually in this chart is opposite the sun, because that's what a full moon chart is. But it's also opposite Uranus. So that can bring up feelings about, wanting to be free. It's about independence. Uranus can bring shocks. It could be to do with the financial system, and also, revolutions and wars around the world. And Jupiter is square Pluto, and it actually expands what it touches and will leave no stone unturned when it comes to truth and justice. And Eris is also in the mix, and we've talked about Eris being the sister of Mars, and she will fight till the bitter end for truth and justice. So this is a high energy, but I suggest that you do a full moon ritual, You sit in the moonlight, if you can see the moon. It doesn't matter if you can't, and you set the scene. And you put some music on. You have maybe a candle or some incense, and some very low key, spiritual music, and you set the scene, and actually say what you want to get rid of, what you don't want any longer in your life. Everything that's not working for you, you really need to say you want it to go. And that is how you do a full moon ritual. So think about that on the 5th. That's next Friday. And then on the 7th, Venus, the planet Venus, enters the sign of Cancer, and it will be there until the 6th of June. So it'll be there about a month. And this can bring physical and spiritual exchange. And because these two together, I mean, Cancer is a water sign, and it's quite intuitive, and so it wants to bring that physical and spiritual exchange and a profound desire for harmony. So let's make that happen, because we need harmony in the world. And Cancer is the mother; it wants to look after, and so this is likely to be a time when people get together and and look after one another. I think there's a lot of that happening at the moment in the world. On the 9th, 2 days later, the Sun actually conjuncts Uranus again. So we've got this freedom. This freedom is important, and may well be a topic under discussion. It could be that new innovative ideas are kind of brought up. Look out for this on the world stage. There are lots of freedom groups now around the world, and groups that are moving in the direction of a new way to live. There are conferences, workshops on all sorts of topics and meetings, online and face to face. And actually, if you take my newsletter, I do put information about what is happening, what's coming up, and the various groups and their mission. And these groups, if you want to, you can join, you can be part of. So if you're interested, please leave me a message on my contact page of my website, if you would like to receive my monthly newsletter. And that is my website is astrologysue.com. So whilst I'm on that subject, every month I kind of write this newsletter, which takes me a long time. I do kind of a lot of research. I look for information and links and videos that you may not have seen elsewhere. And I don't hear from anybody whether they look at it or not. So I feel like that some people, they get the newsletter and they look at the video, which is on the newsletter, and then they don't read anything. And the two are different. And so I want to say that if you do take my newsletter, please read it and please look at the links. Not everything may interest you, but there is some interesting stuff, and yeah, I'd like my time to be worthwhile, because it takes me, I mean, I'm not saying I'm working every day, all day every day, but I do put a lot of effort into it, and I do a bit every day. So I'd just like to know if people are liking it, if there's anything else you'd really like me to look at, and some comments would be great. If you want to write back to me, let me know, or contact me and have a chat with me. That's absolutely fine. So astrologysue.com on my contact page if you want to get in touch. So getting back to the month of May, on the 15th, Mercury goes direct again. I know lots of people will breathe a sigh of relief, although I do think it is a time when Mercury is retrograde, to take stock, to reflect, to regenerate, to think about our my plans right for me, all that kind of thing. I think it's good when Mercury goes retrograde. But it will move forward up for 17 a.m. on the 15th. So, before we get up in the morning. And Mars, which rules energy and drive, actually trines Neptune also on that day. So this is a great transit for making the right decision, using your intuition, and it's also a great transit for healers and therapists and artists. Because you've got the energy and the drive coming with the the intuition and the spiritual side, and the healing side and the artistic side. So that's on the 15th. On the 16th, which is a Tuesday, Jupiter moves into the sign of Taurus and will join Uranus. Obviously, Uranus is there for a few years, and Jupiter will be there probably about a year. So it moves much faster than Uranus. It actually, Taurus will be there till May 25th, 2024. And this has the potential to bring growth, abundance, and enjoyment of life. So when Jupiter moves into Taurus, we can expect food and food production will be highlighted, and how we stay secure within this financial system. Conversations on where to put your money, where is it safe are likely as well. And this is the first time actually that Jupiter has been with Uranus they've not been together actually for 80 years in the sign of Taurus. So the last time these two were together, we had the Second World War. And actually, some of us think we're in the Third World War at the moment, right now. And there were also what we valued was important. We had rationing, we had a shortage of food, it's kind of quite similar. But hopefully, this is a time when we value what we have while working towards prosperity. It is a time of new beginnings, and as we think about money, food, and how we navigate our collective future, you can see that because more and more people are growing their own food. It's becoming a bit of a hobby for everybody, even if you're just doing a few herbs or doing something on the windowsill, if you've not got much space. So Jupiter in the sign of Taurus, which rules food and money, these two things will be kind of highlighted during the next 12 months. So, and if you're a Taurian like me, then Jupiter is going to go across to your sun, which is always good. You're going to get an opportunity of some sort if you're a Taurian. So that's nice. I mean, obviously, if you were born, on the 22nd of April, you're going to get that Jupiter transit quite quickly. But like me, I'm not going to have it because I was born on the 14th. I'm not going to have it for quite a long time, but I will nevertheless have it as well. So moving on the 17th, Jupiter will square Pluto. Now, some astrologers say this is the most significant transit of the year. This is a square, it is a hard aspect. So we can expect misuse of power, and in some cases, fanaticism and arrogance. And it will be more powerful as it aligns with the April the 20th solar eclipse, which was also square Pluto. So the combination of these two planets can actually affect large proportions of the population across the planet. So, we could have earthquakes, flooding, more, talk about war, financial and political crisis, because Jupiter expands and can expand all of that. So, you know, and this is a square, but I think it's kind of part of what we're going through. And although it sounds pretty kind of scary, I'm going to say, you know, don't get pulled into the fear, because we're meant to be going through this, because we're going through from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. Jupiter actually expands and can go over the top and be excessive, and Pluto will try to stop corruption and greed. So we could see bankruptcies, financial problems, job losses on a grand scale. But everything as we know it will crumble over the next year or so. And I've been talking about that. Yeah, I don't know how long I've been talking about that, but you can see it's really kind of coming to a crescendo. So it's not about getting scared. As I've said before, good people, um, you know, we're seeing good people making great strides to make a better world. And, you know, again, if you take my newsletter, I've always got something good in there to show you. So look out for this, either in my newsletter or, you know, on the world stage, or in, you know, the in the media maybe, or the media, you know, the channels that you can find that are online, you know, the ones that like Rumble and BitChute and other ones. Let's, you know, suggest those for the time being. So look out for this. Don't get too pulled into it. It's all about, if we don't have struggle, then we don't move forward. And so you know, it's the same in our own lives. If everything, you know, we can stay in a stuck situation, and sometimes we need to, you know, we need to make a change, and change is not easy for any of us, but I think it's being forced upon us right now. Anyway, on the 18th, this is really lovely. We've got the Sun sextile in Neptune, so that's really spiritual. And but you could be sensitive to everybody's moods. You could have dreams that mean something. You could be very intuitive. Visionary gifts are likely. Understanding and an interest in spiritual subjects could be on the agenda for you. And also because Neptune is about fairy stories, or films, or things like that, you might want to just curl up and watch a film or listen to some music. That can also appeal to you, or read a book of some sort. So use that energy on the 18th. That's Sun sextile Neptune. On the 19th, we have the new moon in Taurus. So again, goals connected to growing vegetables are a possibility, or anything to do with starting something practical. It's a great time for us to enjoy Taurus activities, you know, connecting to nature, going for a picnic with friends, eating good food, maybe being kind to your body, doing some exercise. We might look at our finances, because, you know, Taurus is about finances, and also our possessions, our relationships, and decide what, you know, is truly important to us, what our values are. So that's on the 19th, and also the new moon is also sextile Mars, so that gives us energy. It's energetic, it's goal orientated. It is also sextile Neptune, which gives you know, these great visionary intuitive gifts. It's also trine Pluto, so we may see more secrets being revealed. Pluto is also about regeneration and transformation. So what in your life needs to be transformed? And that's especially when it comes to money, possessions, and relationships. What are you putting up with that, you know, you don't need to put up with anymore? On the 20th, Mars moves into the sign of Leo and will be there until the 10th of July. So this will bring self-confidence, energy and optimism for us all. When we have Mars, a fire planet, in Leo, a fire sign, we can expect fireworks. So this is passionate. It can bring creativity and energy into all situations. So make the most of this time, dig out your hobbies, or any artistic projects that you've put away and you've thought about getting out again. Enjoy yourself, have fun. That's most important, and it's definitely not a time to be a couch potato. On the 21st, the sun moves into the sign of Gemini. We leave Taurus. Now, Gemini is an air sign and is the social butterfly of the zodiac. It's always great at communication and exchanging ideas. They're kind of fun people, so this is a fun sign. Geminis are known to start many projects and not finish them, and so they usually have many things on the go. They're curious, inquisitive, and so they can be easily distracted. It's a down-to-earth year for Gemini, though, as you're asked to take care of your responsibilities. So that might be a bit hard for Gemini, but this is the year to do it. This is the year to pull your socks up and get rid of all that mess that you've got around you and clutter. Okay, so on the 22nd, the sun sextiles Mars, which gives the energy to get the job done. And again, we've got Mars, so it gives self-confidence, energy, determination, any kind of sport or hard work, and even business activities should work out. And if you've been putting things off due to a lack of energy, that day is the day to get on with it. That's the 22nd. Actually, these strong energies are also great for group activities, where one person takes the lead and moves the group forward. So if you've got a group meeting or you want to plan a group meeting, the 22nd would be really, really a good day. 23rd, we've got, which is a Tuesday, we've got Mars squaring Jupiter. And that'll give you the energy and enterprise to start new projects and to take a risk, which allows them, to succeed. If you start something on a day like Mars square Jupiter, and it's coupled with the day before, where these 2 days together could be really empowering. Where you get a lot done. The problem is with Jupiter, it can lend towards excess and extravagance and constantly wanting more. So it is important, take your time, not be impulsive, but again, without risk, things don't move forward, but don't take on more than you can handle. So I hope I hope you can understand that. The 26th, we're getting near the end of the month now, Venus will sextile Uranus. So freedom within relationships are likely, and they're going to be based on the principles of liberty and equality. You could meet someone new, although it may not last, because if you meet somebody on a Uranus transit, they're kind of here 1 minute and gone the next. But it can bring a lot of fun and excitement into the mix. And as Venus is also about money, there could be a new way of spending your money, or someone may give you a gift of money. And Venus is also about creativity and the arts. So you may spend your money on something that attracts you. And you can also be very creative and original. This is not a day to be shy. It's a day to be seen and flamboyant in the process. So enjoy Friday the 26th. Make sure you've got, something social going on. On the 28th, the sun is square Saturn. So you can, you might feel a bit a lack of self-confidence, This transit can test you. It can make you feel, oh God, is it all worth it? You can feel hemmed in because this is Saturn, or bogged down with responsibilities against Saturn. And it's certainly best to sort out anything that needs doing and realise, this is only for the day. It is a Sunday. Somebody may be pushing you, so try and be patient and persevere with any tasks that you've got to finish. Not everyone will feel the same during this transit, and it won't be around for long anyway, just the day. So on the 31st, so this is the last day of May, Jupiter will conjunct the North Node, and it will be actually on the 30th, the 31st of May, and the 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd of June. So sorry. So this indicates we're moving towards a more optimistic and fulfilled future. The North Node is the direction we're all moving in as a collective, okay? And that the North Node is the direction that we should be moving in. So Jupiter on the North Node is very important. Jupiter is about wisdom, our beliefs about ourselves, where we've come from, where we're going to. And this transit reinforces our need to connect to like-minded people because the nodes are also about people. And these people need to be of the same mindset so we can move forward in a new direction. Our beliefs about life are being challenged on a grand scale, and our views about the world are being tested, and we want to be with people who think the same as us. We are on a quest to find the truth, and connecting with people of a like mind can help us to achieve a better life and move us forward in the right direction. So I think that's a positive note to end on, the fact that we've got that. Obviously, life is not like that. Life is like that. And we don't move forward unless we have the down bits, because we need the down bits to say, no, we're going back up, and we fight our way out of it. So having this is Jupiter on this North Node is great. The cards this month I thought were quite interesting. So in the gift position and the direction we're moving towards is the Lovers. So this is a bit like the North Node, actually, in the spread. Okay, so without love, nothing moves. Life just stands still. Love and compassion for others are necessary, for life to continue for all of us. And it is about sharing, trust, and moving forward with a goal. Okay, so we've got the angel on the card giving us help. So realise that we have got help around us. We're not on our own. There are lots of people, lots of elementals and people that we can't see that are actually also wanting us to succeed. So in the soul position, we've got the Chariot. So the Chariot gives us the confidence to move forward to victory. He runs a steady course and he has a clear purpose. He's very single-minded, he's very ambitious, which is in alignment with the Lovers. He says, I am the captain of my soul. And this was in the soul position in the spread. So this is what the soul wants. The soul wants victory and is going towards victory and is single-minded. Okay. In the mission position, we got the Death card. And I know people don't like that card. But, if you are used to the tarot, we know that this is a card of transformation and is aligned with the sign of Scorpio, and it connects to that full moon on the 5th of May. So we grow through our experiences, and these experiences make us stronger. So this is about rebirth and regeneration, and it does go with the other two cards. So the outcome of the spread was the Temperance, which is about healing and compassion for others and bringing two sides together and finding balance. It's about self-mastery and using our intuitive gifts and bringing peace to the world. So the meaning of these cards are connected and tell a story of us standing in our truth, being compassionate and transforming the world around us, bringing love into the equation as we move towards victory and a new earth. So I think this is, those few cards do tell a story. So the affirmation for this month, hand on heart, every morning, planet Earth has transformed into a beautiful, vibrant, safe place to live, and love, peace, joy, and harmony are all around us. Planet Earth has transformed into a beautiful, vibrant, safe place to live, and love, peace, joy, and harmony are all around us. Now, if we all say that, that's what will happen. We all need to say it. We all need to visualize it. We need to put that picture in our mind and keep that picture in our mind all the time. And when we go into a negative space, we put that picture in our mind and we say that affirmation, and everything will be in divine order. Okay, everything is in divine order. Anyway, if you would like a reading with me, please get in touch via my website. That's astrologersue.com. And if you want to look at my Facebook page, that's Astrology Sue Fletcher. And if you want to take my newsletter and you don't, please get in touch with me. In the meantime, have a fabulous May. Enjoy it. It is the loveliest month. I love it. And it's not just because it's my birthday month. I always happy in May. So have a great positive May, and I will see you in June. And so take care and bye for now. Bye bye.